What's going on, guys? John, aka Homescope here, back with a brand new video, and today we're going to be designing a few webcam overlays, but they're going to be based on the themes of different shoe companies. So let's get right into it. So the first shoe company we're actually working with is going to be Fila, and we're going to make a whole webcam overlay based on their one shoe, the Disruptor. Now we're going to take a lot of the elements that are based in the Disruptor, especially like the tread on the bottom of the shoes, and it's a very popular shoe, especially over the past 2 years, so it only makes sense that we would kind of do this. So let's get right into the design phase. Right now I'm going to make the shape of the webcam overlay, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here's what we have for the webcam border right now. As you can tell, I did include the tread at the bottom of the webcam border. I actually wanted to create almost like a look of the way that the tongue is, how there's like that little strap on it. So I put that at the top of the webcam border as well, just kind of add in this cool effect. We'll see how it ends up actually turning out, but right now I'm going to bring this into Photoshop and add in a couple effects and really make it look more like the shoe itself and actually add in the Fila logo. Alright guys, here is the Fila webcam overlay. I added in a few animated elements to this one where you will see the shoelaces on the side kind of moving in and out. I made sure that the Fila logo itself actually rotates every 30 seconds, I believe, and there it goes right there. The actual texture around it is meant to be like a white leather that you'll see actually on shoes, and that pretty much covers it. You'll actually see that on the sides too. What's holding the shoelaces is actually the tabs that kind of hold the shoelaces on the actual shoe itself. One thing I wanted to add too is that the logo is actually a little bit of a stitch effect, like a stitching look. I'm not sure if you can actually see it right now, but that's kind of like one little paid attention to detail moment. So that's it for the Fila webcam overlay. Now we're going to get into Nike. Okay guys, so the next webcam overlay we're actually going to work on is Nike. As I mentioned already, we're going to really try to include some of the branding elements that Nike does, especially more of the modern ones with the typefaces and kind of thinner lines, but also really include that orange, which is a classic look for Nike and kind of almost like a trademark color for them. So let's get right into the design of that. Alright guys, here is the webcam overlay for Nike. As you can tell, there are a few animated elements going on right now. You'll see that the whole webcam itself is actually pulsating a little bit of an orange that goes throughout the duration of the whole overlay, and once you loop it, it'll just go constantly. Same thing goes for this total subscriber count right here. It's constantly rotating, and I will actually take that number out so you can add in whatever number is necessary for whatever your sub count is. Now this little one right here, this shape actually moves in and out just every 30 seconds just to add in a little bit of flair to it. But what it is that it's a sub counter. And basically what it is like for if you want a sub goal for weekly or monthly, you can add that in there. So that's it for the Nike overlay. Now we're going to get into the last one, which is these guys' competitor, Adidas. One last thing before we actually hop into the Adidas design, I want to mention that it's going to be a lot like the Nike one in the fact that it's going to be a vector design rather than basing it off of an entire shoe. I think the Nike one actually came out really well, honestly better than the Fila one. So that's just my personal opinion, but I think that the Adidas one can work really well. And especially with the 3 stripes, it doesn't really make much sense to go in any sort of different direction than that. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so here's our final webcam overlay, our Adidas webcam overlay. As you can tell, I stuck strictly with the branding using the trefoil in the bottom left corner right here. I had the 3 stripes and then more 3 stripes, but I added that little animation right there just to add in a little something extra. Nothing that I could really do as far as like a sub count or anything like that. I want to keep it very minimal, very simple, very clean, which I think it successfully did that. So that's that for the Adidas webcam overlay. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a comment down below which webcam overlay was actually your favorite. And just a reminder that whichever one is your favorite, you can download in the description below and actually use for your own Twitch stream. And well, speaking of Twitch streams, feel free to stop into mine, link in the description, twitch.tv/homescope, where you'll see me live designing and gaming. So again, that's it, guys. Love, peace, and chicken grease.